Welcome to Circle Square Ranch at Arden, Ontario, just number 7 highway between the nation's capital of Ottawa and Peterborough, north of Kingston. And Megan Mitchell is the horsemanship director. May I do something here first? Would this be a no-no, Megan? I've wanted to do this here. Which one of you horses would like a bite? Who would like a bite? Would you like a bite? Here, would you love a bite? Take the whole thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Here. I'll get it. Do you mind a little dirt on there? Okay, there you go. Okay. Now that's that. Come on, you've had enough. Go. Here's the next one. There it is. Okay. All right, now we're ready to go. We've taken care of the number one citizens of the Circle Square Ranches, that is the horses. Mm-hmm. Megan, you're the horsemanship director this year. How long have you worked at Circle Square Ranches?
This would be my 6th year.
Wow. And in the meantime, before you started your 6th year, you were at our farm where your Auntie Norma, my wife, your great Auntie Norma was born. And let's just walk along here because I want to get down to the rodeo. And tell me about your first interest in horses.
Well, I grew up at Circle Square Ranches, actually. I was born at the one in Brantford, and I was there for about 3 or 4 years, and then we moved to the city. So that kind of started me off with my interest in horses. After that, I took some riding lessons. I always just had a big passion for horses. Frank was at the Brantford Ranch when we were there.
Frank is the director here. We'll be interviewing him shortly, and his wife.
Mm-hmm. So Frank was at the Brantford Ranch when I was there. And so when he moved here, became the director at Arden, we had already had a close bond with him. So I kind of followed him here, and when I was about 12 years old, I come up for the summers and volunteer and just kind of help out around the barn because that's where my passion was. And then once I got old enough, I became staff and have always been working at the barn. Last year I was the wrangler, so second in command.
And you're how old now?
I am 18, so I'm now in charge, horsemanship director at the barn.
Hey, and I think of you every day. You know why?
Why?
Guess why? Because we have a hen house at our place now that used to be our place where we kept the saddles and the harnesses, and you and one of my granddaughters, was it Elizabeth?
Yes, it was Elizabeth.
Elizabeth painted the inside pink. Girls.
Yes, bubblegum pink.
So every day when I go to the hen house, I think of you, Megan. And so right now, you're just completing here as well the riding that happens in the arena. What goes on in there?
We teach lessons from beginner.
How do we take your hat off? Okay, I see those beautiful brown eyes. There you go.
We teach lessons from beginner to advanced. Some kids have never been on a horse before, and we'll bring them into the arena. We have some staff who went through horse staff training before the summer, and they teach them the basics of riding, like how to go, how to stop, how to lead your horse. And then we have some advanced kids who have been taking riding lessons for most of their life, and we have some more qualified staff who teach them how to ride horses. And yep, that's pretty much what goes on in there.
Okay, now, your dad, Randy Mitchell, he's in charge of the building at the Crossroads Center, all the television studios and the offices and so on for not only Crossroads, 100 Huntley Street, but offices for a number of other ministries that rent space there, and CTS, the television network. And your dad is in charge of that whole building. Of course, he was at the ranch, and your dad and mom when you were born. But this is not just something because you love horses. You have to have something extra beyond just loving horses to motivate you to come back, because here you are 18 and you really make just very little.
Yes.
You paid a little bit, but it's just, your board and room is included and everything. And if you added all your board and room and everything on,
Right.
It should make up to minimum wage, but I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, so there's another reason why you do this. Tell me.
I have a passion for kids as well, and we have a lot of troubled kids who come here, and just a couple weeks ago, there was a boy who was very distant. He didn't really want to get close to any staff, and he was defiant and everything, and he had kind of run off, and I went and followed him, and I was trying to talk to him, and he wasn't interested in anything. And I said, well, what if I bring a horse out, and what if you start brushing him? And he was like, I would love to. So I went with him out into the field. We caught his favorite horse named Tomahawk. We caught him, and I just saw this kid open up in front of this horse, just being able to be near him and brush him and talk to him and just befriend this horse who doesn't look at his past. He just sees this kid who wants to take care of him and feed him and brush him. And when I see kids open up around horses, it just really, that shows me why I'm here.
Thank you, Megan. And we're all just really proud of you.
Thank you.
Now here's another message. More to come from the Arden, Ontario Circle Square Ranch, but a message. And then we'll be back with our ranch director. And in fact, the two of them, Frank and Lori.
Circle Square Ranch has so many wild activities. Climb the rocks right to the top, fly around on the skateboard ramps, saddle up and ride a horse, or swerve around the BMX trails. You'll learn so much about the love of Jesus, and the Bible times are the best. The staff are so cool and nice, and you'll meet so many great friends. Hurry up and call 1-800-539-9598. With ranches all across Canada, you can find a terrific ranch right near you and have a summer you'll never forget.